Okay, here's the first simple trick that I look at every spring to make sure that my posture is correct. In my hands, I've got an 8 iron. This works well with a 7 iron as well. I want you to stand straight upright, and I want you to take your 8 iron or your 7 iron. I want you to point it parallel to the ground, right out in front of you. And I think what a lot of people do in the spring is they really round over their shoulders to get up over the ball. Maybe their hamstrings are tight or your back is tight, what have you. That's certainly the case for myself. But what I like to try to do, of course, is take that 8 iron or the 7 iron, put it straight out in front of you, and then I want you to picture your hips going straight back. Okay, so now that you've got the club out in front of you and you've gripped it properly, think of your hips as really going straight back. Okay? Now I know it's going to feel awkward and almost like you're toppling over the ball. That's really where it's important to make sure you've got a nice flex in your knees so that you're able to add a little bit more weight on your heels. And of course, you really feel like your butt is being stuck out, okay? So you'll feel a little bit tight in your back and your hamstrings. But of course, this is something over the spring and of course over the summer that it's really going to start to loosen up a little bit more for you. So take your 8 iron, your 7 iron, put it parallel to the ground, point your butt straight back, make sure you've got a nice flex in your knees, okay? And that you're addressed properly. The second tip that I have with your posture is a way to be able to envision a correct posture out on the golf course, so you don't have to take your club before each swing, check it, stick your butt back, flex your knees, etc. It's an old tip that I picked up years ago, and it's picturing that you have a bar stool underneath of your butt as you're getting ready to swing the golf club. And again, I know this feels incredibly awkward when you're not used to it, but over the summer you start to get a little bit more flexible in your hamstrings and your back, and it gets to be a little bit more comfortable. But what this does, of course, is it allows you to now be able to properly take the club back and set yourself up in the right positions in order to hit the ball properly. So think about having a bar stool underneath of you as you start to hit a few more golf balls this spring. I think that'll really start to help your posture as well.